I want to try a couple of things. For some reason, it's not showing on the side of the screen. What it does, it shows like the volume of your voice as you're talking. And for some reason, it's not showing that right now. So I'm going to find a way to get that back on. But right now, I'm just checking to see how it's receiving my voice because when I was recording on this, it turns out that my voice was really low. So watch out for that if you have the VenusLiv V2. Just watch out. The volume it picks up is actually very low for some reason. Like when it's connected to my phone, when this is connected to my phone, it picks it up very well. There's no problems with it. The other problem that I saw with this camera, and I think it's because I bought it used, and what happens if you buy something used? Typically, somebody dropped it. So I bought this used, and what it does, it like when it auto focuses, it it kind of loses you for a second. It loses you just for a split second for some reason. I don't know why it does that. I'm not sure if it does that on purpose or if it's doing that by mistake. But once again, this is why you don't buy used, guys. Like, I know used sounds like a great idea, but if you can buy it new, buy that junk new. You get so much more safety features with that in mind. Like, I'm sitting here wondering, like, is this broken? Is this supposed to be doing this? Is this supposed to be doing that? And I have absolutely no idea. But if I had bought it new, all those things would have been new to me. It would have been like, oh, it does that. Oh, that's how it searches. Oh, that's just what it does real quick just to recapture your face. Or like when you're not moving, it it does the autofocus on a general portion of the screen. Like there's so much to learn about this, guys. So much to learn about this. And oh my gosh, I could talk for forever, bro. I love this because you guys got to realize that this is never happened. This is brand new. Um so people are going to blame my schizophrenia, and yeah, that is to blame, you know what I mean? But now it's become a skill, a usable skill that I can use. And what happens with it is I just keep pumping out videos, bro. Too many of them. Which is why I'm like, yo, that's why the higher ups were like, yo, bro, we gotta get this man a stationary camera because he could just sit there and just fucking just go ham. I mean, like I can't this is what my limitations are. Like I can't really move around. I can move around though. I remember making a video with May, and what happens is that this builds up in me. So throughout the day, I want to talk to myself. So I talk to myself in different ways. I write, and then this is the second way I make videos. But I write a lot, so that's why I'm gonna make a book because it just talks about my daily living and like how I feel and stuff like that, but not really like how I feel. Stuff that I'm comfortable with talking about. I'm I'm trying to get as comfortable as I can talking about other things, but it's just a little bit harder than you think. Like you want to keep those things to yourself. You don't want to share too much and your life gets limited because of what you're sharing. You know what I mean? But I want to break that stigma with people. I want to be like, if you're in a psych ward and they're asking you, they're like, bro, are you hearing voices? Just say yes. You know what I mean? Like that helps so much. It's helping you. It's only helping you. And I know what you're thinking because I was thinking the same thing. Like these doctors, they don't really help. What they do is they over medicate you. Like you're saying that you hear voices, but do you need 12 milligrams of risperidone or do you need 3 milligrams of risperidone? Can you just give me three and then the three after a week, we'll see how it works out. Because for me, for example, I was given the shot form of what's it called? Of risperidone. That's the medication that I take. I was given the shot form of it and I was okay. But the problem was my mind wasn't there. My mind wasn't there. Um, so my body, my functions, everything was working perfectly. It was like bada boom, bada bang. And then the problem was in my head because I was like, I hate my life. I hated it, absolutely hated it. And I was just like, because I was going to school, I went back to college when I got on the medication, and I went to back to work. I was overstressing myself, and I was just trying to become a part of society because that is what you do essentially. Like, you become a part of society, you know. Um, that's all you want to do. That's all these people want to do. And I want them to come back into society and know that what they have are is really special. Like, it's not something to be disgusted about or anything like that, no matter what you did on it. Like, you should look up and have some hope. I hope you do, because the perks that you get are pretty cool, even though it's not a lot. Like, for example, I get I used to get $1,100 a month for disability. So if you're schizophrenic, you qualify for for disability. It takes about 2 years to qualify. Um, After that 2 years is up, they have to give you your disability. Like, you have trouble with it. You have to show that you have trouble with it. Like, you just can't have a clean streak and just be done with it. But even if you have a clean streak, you can say, like, if you have inconsistencies in your working periods, that can be something that you can present to the doctor and to the judge. Hopefully it doesn't get that far, you know what I mean? Hopefully they're like, you're good to go. But yeah, just like knowing that you're special in a different way than everybody makes it think. Like, I always go back to this. I'm like, how do you think they came up with that idea that schizophrenics shouldn't be able to work? And of course, like, we have our ancestors to thank, because we know that when they had schizophrenia, like, what they were doing the same thing that we were doing. I was going in and out of work, in and out of work, bro. Couldn't hold the job. The longest I worked was about a year and a half, and that's when I was on the medication, and I felt absolutely terrible. I did not want to continue. That was a terrible life for me. Everything I did was strenuous, to say the least. So that was a hard part of dealing with schizophrenia. But yeah, this video wasn't supposed to be that long. I'm already forgetting what I was talking about. But yeah, this was a test video, guys. So I was just testing to see how my camera picks up sound now, because luckily I have the DJI. What it does, if you guys can see that, this right here. What it does, it has automatic gain on it, and you can increase the gain, you can decrease the gain. Amazing stuff. You want that for every product that you have. You want to be able to control the gain. If you can't control the gain, you're SOL. You're SOL. Look at me keeping it PG. This is for all my kid followers. You know what? Nobody under 18 watches my shit. And it pisses me off, because I can't say, no, this is for kids. Like, I can't say that. If I say this is for kids, you know how fast I would be taken out of this, bro? Oh my gosh. So I have to specifically state, no, this is not for kids. Does anybody have any ideas how to get to the 18 16 to 18 demographic without looking like a pedophile or being called one? Is there a way? There should be a way, right? I want to make a specific video for Trey, TJ's, Kirsten. Those were my newer friends. And I'm going to even make one for like Dan, because I haven't talked about Dan for a very long time. And I feel like that's kind of unhealthy. They're like saying out of sight, out of mind. But right now I'm editing my book. And I talked about him so much, literally so much. Like if you guys find my writing somewhere on the internet, or like you see, maybe you get my book. I don't know. You're probably not going to get my book. It's okay. I'm going to make photocopies of that junk, bro, and just hand them Johns out. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. There's so many ideas, so many stuff going through my head. And you would say that these are running thoughts. Like your thoughts are going out of control, man. You need to control them. Nah, bro. Like this is where I want it to be. I've had my thoughts go out of control. So I know that it's a little bit scary. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going to end it here before I keep talking. Thanks for listening, guys.